Today we're gonna do a Vinyasa flow style, but embodied. We're gonna focus on our lungs and reciprocity flow of give and take, give and receive, inhale, exhale. The playlist for today is called Reciprocity Flow. Reciprocity Flow. I'll share it it's in the group. We start with the first song of that playlist. And the first song, sorry, I just got a message when I was gonna press play. The first song is called Nature Alone. Nature Alone. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so find a comfortable seat and wriggle a little bit in your seat. Take a deep breath in, sigh out loud. One more time, deep breath in. Arrive in your present moment. Arrive on your floor. Tap into your surroundings. Start to breathe slowly. Deepen your breath. And zoom into your nostrils. What is traveling into your nostrils? Whatever flows into your nose and nostrils, does it take up the entire space in your nostrils, or is it upper, lower, middle? Does it travel into your brain upwards or downwards? Does it float into the hallway of your ears? Is it cold, cool, lukewarm, hot? Is it dense? Or is it light? That which travel into your nostrils. Does it travel into your throat and down into your chest? Can you feel it all the way down through your respiratory tube? To the diaphragm, under your solar plexus? Does the air travel further down into your tummy? Does the air travel into all of your cells and fill you up as a balloon? Examine where that which travels into you, where does it go? Now, all that is traveling into you. The same amount is traveling out from you, or it should at least be equal. Do you exhale all the way down from your toes? Does the carbon dioxide travel from your fingers all the way up and out. Do you exhale from your tummy? Now, in the exchange, there's an energy and a chemical reaction. So, what travels out through your nostrils is not the same as what came in, yet it has something of the same. When you exhale, notice how that feels in your nostrils. Does it come from below, from above, from your ears? Is it warmer, lukewarm, hot? Is it dense or light or transparent? Does damp follow? Now take your hands to the side, to your ribs, and start to grow your lungs into your rib cage. Mula Bandha, so the front of your pelvic floor up. Uddiyana Bandha, lower belly in and up. Navel in and up. So you hold the two bandhas, the two locks. Relax in your big bum. The big muscles are still relaxed. And practice keeping those locks, the bandhas, Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, while you breathe sideways. Inhale, grow your lungs big. Exhale, let your lungs sink into your spine. your hands to your back as far up as you can. Up on your ribs. Ask your lungs to grow big to your back. Inflate into your hands and to your back. Deflate into your middle, your core, your spine. Release your hands down into your thighs or onto your lap. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, tummy in and up. Grow your spine along. Two times, fill up your lungs more than you think you can. And 2 times, empty your lungs more than you think you can. Release your spine. Release your breath. Don't release your spine, release your breath. Hands together at your heart center, and your right meets the left, and your left meets the right. Find balance in the meeting point. Open up your eyes. And namaste. Get to your feet. Get up standing. I'm doing my laundry so you can hear the machine in the background. Go to the front of your mat and wow, I really can't talk today. Palms together. Lean over to your right. Lean over to your left. Lean over to your right. Lean over to your left foot. Then find middle. Equal balance. Then meet the floor and let the floor meet you. Your palms are centered in the middle with each lung on each side. Now inhale, fill up your lungs and let your arms float to the sky as if your lungs are pushing and making your hands float upwards. Then exhale back down to the middle of your sternum in between your lungs. The exhale takes your arms down. Inhale. The arms float up. And exhale. The lungs get small. And gathers the hands down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Empty out your lungs and the contraction makes your hands come back down to the center of the sternum. 2 more times. Inhale, arms goes up. Spread your wings out to the side, arms to the side, bend your knees, fold forward, exhale. Empty out your lungs. Inhale. Your lungs grows big and lifts up your upper body. Exhale, your lungs takes you down in a forward fold. Inhale, you swim back up. From the expansion of your heart and your lungs. And exhale, hands down to the middle, to your sternum and between your lungs. Inhale, your lungs grow big. Exhale, your lungs take you down, forward fold. Makes you small. Inhale, lifts you up. Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, takes you all the way up standing. And brings your hands back down into the center. Inhale, makes your arms float up. Exhale, your lungs contracts and takes you down. Inhale, lifts you up. Place your hands down onto the mat and go to your chaturanga. You can take your knees down to the mat here the first time if you need that. Sink all the way down to earth. Exhale. Your lungs take you up in a cobra on an inhale. Let it come from your lungs and it takes you down again. We're not doing cobra rolls today. Your lungs takes you up, makes you float up, and your lungs takes you down. Two more times up and down. Keep your elbows close to your ribs. Tuck your toes into the mat. Using the exhale, contraction in your lungs as well to tabletop. Fill up your lungs, grow them big into your ribs. And the exhale takes you to downward dog. You may walk out your dog. Find your ujjayi. Move your lungs under your ribs as you are walking your downward dog. Look to the front of your mat. Walk or jump. Inhale, inflate your lungs. It lifts you up. They lift your upper body up horizontally. And exhale takes you down into the depths. Inhale, they make you swim and float up above the surface of the water. And they make your hands slide and glide all the way down to the middle, to your sternum, in between your lungs. Inhale. Your arms float up. And exhale, contraction in your lungs takes you down. Inhale, lungs lift you up horizontally. Put your hands down to the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Makes you float up in an upward dog or a cobra. Inhale. Stay in your cobra or your upward dog. Grow your lungs big under your chest. Even let them touch your collarbone. Engage your feet here. The exhale takes you to downward dog. Contraction. There's power in the contraction. Create lots of space in your collarbone, thereby giving your lungs more freedom and space. Your lungs lifts up the right leg. Inhale. And exhale to high lunge. Makes you inflate upwards to a high lunge. Finding your feet and grounding down. Bending the elbows. Inhale, fingers to the sky. Exhale, bending the elbows. Look forward or a little bit up. Inflate your lungs. Exhale, squeeze air out of them as your elbows travels down. And next time, stay with bent elbows. Shoulder blades together. Keep expanding your lungs under your chest. upwards. And on your next inhale, float to warrior three, arms next to your body. Parallel hips. Rather bend the standing leg, but keep the floating leg straight. Come back to warrior two. Put the back foot down into warrior two and bring both of your arms up to the sky. 90 degrees in your back foot. Hips are open. Both hips are open. Front knee straight on top of your front foot. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend. Contraction in your lungs. Make your lungs move. Your arms. The initiation comes from your lungs. They start the movement. Next time, stay up with your arms. Tip over with your arms straight, the front knee. Turn your nose to the sky. It's as if you have a ball, a big giant gym ball, in between your hands. Inhale, come up. Extend the front leg. Walk the back foot in. Toes a little bit inwards. 65 degrees in the back foot or 45. Slide the front hip in and we go into Trikonasana. Still with the arms up. Head in between. So you become the spear of Neptune. 1, 2, 3. Slide your right hand down onto a block outside your foot so you can keep your hips open. Great, lengthen both of your ribs. You've got room for both of your lungs here. Circle the left arm backwards and move your back foot to the edge of the other mat. One block in between both of your hands. Get the right hip back. We're going into pyramid pose. Purvottanasana. Purvottanasana. Get the right hip back. Arms are still up. If you get tired, grab your elbows or wrists. If you get tired, you can also move your hands next to your body as if you're diving or flying. Fill up your lungs. Tip a little bit more forward. Keep those ribs long and free. And hands down to the blocks. Inhale. Make sure upper body float up and exhale. Take your upper body down to the front leg. So we're not doing cobra rolls. Keep focusing on the lungs. Inhale to take you up. Exhale to take you down. And then stay down. Inhale, the right arm floats up. Use your lungs, inflate your lungs, grow that lung on the right side big. And let that lung push your arm up. Keep the right hip back. And hand down. Put your right leg back to the sky. Downward dog. Got something in my throat. Left foot up, inhale. And exhale to warrior two. No, to high lunge. Your inhale takes you up. Find your feet. Equal weight in your feet here. Do you have most weight in the front, in the back? Exhale, empty out your lungs. Elbows down. Inhale, inflate your lungs. And your lungs pushes your arms up. Exhale, bending. Inhale, up. Next time, keep your elbows bent. Look to the front or a little bit up. Grow your lungs big up in front of your chest and under your collarbones. And float into, on your inhale takes you to warrior three. Parallel hips. Float back down to warrior two. Arms come up. 90 degrees in the back foot. Hips are open. Adjust your hips so they are equally open and parallel. Make sure your front knee is straight on top of your foot. And bend, exhale. Lungs take the elbow down. Lungs pushes the elbows up. Exhale, lungs. Take your arms down. Inhale and makes them float up again. Next time, stay up with your arms. Take the shoulders away from your ears. And tip over your front knee. Nose to the sky. And inhale up. Walk the back foot in. Trikonasana. Toes in a little bit. Tip the left hip in. And again, both of your arms tip over. Get the left hip in. Sink it in. Strong feet. And take the left hand down. Unblock outside your left foot to keep the hips open. If it's on the inside, it's harder to get the hips open. Outside, rather come up higher on that block. Hips open. Both of your lungs have space under your ribs. Your lower lung swims into your lower ribs. Your upper lung swims into your upper ribs. And swing that right arm, the top arm, move the back foot into pyramid pose. Move the foot up to the closer to the edge of your mat. Both of your arms up. Adjust your hips and get the left hip back. Straighten out both of your legs. Fill up your lungs. One block under each hand. Your lungs take you down towards the front legs. Exhale. Inhale. Makes your upper body float up to the surface of the water. Exhale takes you down deep. Inhale, floats your upper body up. Exhale takes your body down. Inhale, floats your upper body up. Exhale takes you down. Inhale makes you float up. Next time, stay down. Straighten out your spine. And inhale, takes the left arm up. Stay with the lung. Get the left hip back. Expand that left side. Make that left side extra long. And bend the front knee. Hands down to your mat and float into three-legged dog. Inhale to downward facing dog. 2 Vinyasa flows with your lungs. Your inhale moves you forward. Your exhale makes you sink down. Inhale makes you float upwards into cobra or upward dog. The exhale contracts you inside And with power lifts you up to downward dog. One more time in your own pace and examination. Come to the front of your mat. Walk with your lungs to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, the lungs take you down. Inhale, the lungs make you float up. Exhale, Samastiti. Back to your sternum, to your middle. Get control over your bandhas. Find equal weight in your feet. How do you know when you're balanced? What does balanced feel like? Meet the floor and let the floor meet you. Your inhale pushes your arms up. The exhale, the lungs pull you down. Inhale lifts you up to the surface. Exhale takes you down to Chaturanga. Makes you float up. Inhale. Downward dog. Fills you up so much that right leg floats up. Inhale. And exhale to goddess pose. Swing up into 45 degrees. And both of your feet and your knees pointing. Straight out on your toes, straight spine, hips open. Shoulder blades together, bent elbows. Now here you just hip out your hands as if you have plates with apples in your hands. And you need to balance those plates with apples. Inhale, extend your legs and arms to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows into an Egypt shape. Inhale, extend. Come into a cross shape and exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Move your body with your lungs. Back into your lungs. And stay. Spread your toes, straight back, bend your elbows. bandhas, but release your big muscles in your seat. And extend your legs, point your toes forward, extend your arms, tip in your hip benders, tailbone back, and the exhale makes your upper body sink into a horizontal line. You stay in the horizontal line. Just keep tipping in your hip benders, getting the tailbone back. So you tip in the hip benders. Really freeing the tailbone, create more space. The bandhas are on. Both of them. Stay horizontally. Equal weight in your feet. One block under each hand, down to the floor. And exhale. Take your upper body down. Inhale, inflate your upper body. Takes it up to the surface and exhale down into the depth. Inhale up. Spread your toes still. Next time, stay down. Let your lungs take you as deep as you can. Maybe even put your hands down to the mat. Parallel elbows then. Keep tipping in the hip benders. Keep getting that tailbone up. Relax your jaw. Move your hands forward, back onto the blocks. And let your right arm with the inhale, use your lung. Inhale, right arm floats up to the sky. Get the tailbone back. Open up the chest and free your collarbones so your lungs are free. Underneath, under your skeleton system, in. And take the right hand down, left arm up. Get the tailbone back. Left arm floats to the front of your mat. Come back into a high lunge. On your toes, on the back foot, hips to the front, body to the front. Float into warrior three. Arms next to your body. I have like a furniture thing here. I'm like diving into it. And I'm also losing my balance. Parallel hips. And slide back into high lunge. Hands down to the mat with the exhale. Three-legged dog to downward facing dog. Now the inhale. And your lungs, they move that left leg up. From their expansion, your whole body expands. Your lungs are so powerful that they lift up that left leg to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Contract your whole body and let yourself float into goddess. .45 degrees in both of your feet, knees pointing out of your toes, arms up. Bend the elbows, tip the wrists. Both of your hips are open. Your spine is long. You have the bandhas on. And full freedom in your lungs to the side, to the back, and they can also float up onto your, and kiss your collarbones without pushing the shoulders up. They have more room when the shoulders are down. Your shoulders can rest on the lungs. You push them and contract them when you put your arms up like this and you close off the collarbones. Inhale. Lengthen your legs and your arms. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next time, stay down. Strong feet. Find out, do you have equal weight in your foot? What does equal weight feel like? Is it contributed? Equal breath. Equal inhale to exhale. And extend your arms and your legs. Turn your feet forward and tip in the hip bender. Tailbone back. Float your spine into a horizontal line. Keep bending. Up and down a little bit. Small movements or big. In the hip benders. You keep getting that tailbone back. And find that horizontal line and let your upper body be supported by your lungs. Keep spreading your toes, strong feet. Hands down. Exhale. Your lungs take you here. You can use blocks, of course, under your hands. Lungs take you down deep, way down deep. Inhale makes you float up again. Keep that tailbone back. Own pace here, up and down. Next time, stay down. Go as deep as you can. Maybe even touching the floor with your hands. Parallel wrists and parallel elbows. Move your head in a no. Move your head in a yes. Tailbone up. Move your hands to the front. Your left lung grows big and push its left arm up. Keep the spine long, so use a block under your right hand. Long collarbones on each side. Nose to the sky. Get that tailbone back. And exhale, hand down. Right arm up, inhale. And take that right arm on an exhale. Float all the way to the front. Inhale into high lunge. The inhale takes you up and expands your front. Find your feet. Hips to the front. Bend the front knee and extend that back leg. Float into warrior 3, using that inhale and your lungs. The lungs shoot you forward. And travel back into your high lunge. Hands down to the mat. And the inhale again expands your whole body and makes that left leg travel up. Exhale in a contraction takes that left leg down. Vinyasa flow with your lungs. In your own examination. Walk to the front to lie down on your back. We're gonna go into Bandhasana. Lying on your back. Lift up your bum, fold your hands under. Walk in. Shoulder blades together. Now this 0 degrees in your feet, knees pointing up. This is the same. Find your lungs. Feel how they move. Now the lungs takes you up to the surface of the water. The exhale makes it possible for you to gather your shoulder blades even closer together. Expand to the front. Get narrow and contracted to your back. Two more breaths. And release onto your toes. Heels up. Roll. Roll down. Flat back into your mat here. And we're gonna go into the tummy, onto the tummy. So come onto your tummy, into Sphinx pose with the elbows under your shoulders. Look up. Get the shoulders away from your ears. Push the pubic symphysis down into the mat. Inflate your lungs, inhale. Now on your inhale, where can your lungs grow to? What can they touch on your inside? When they contract and empty out, where do they travel into, and what does that do to this back bend? Now lift up your right elbow, put your left hand where the elbow was, gather your legs, right hand to right foot. Get the hips down, both of them. Use a t-shirt or a yoga strap or a belt if you can't grab your foot. Loop to the front, don't collapse in the shoulder. Then exhale, heel to seat. And release. Back into Sphinx. Gather your legs. Lift pubic symphysis down, holy bone down. Lift up your left elbow, hand where that elbow was. Circle your left hand to left foot. Get your hips down, both of them. Ground them down. Look forward. Push the mat away from yourself and exhale. Heel to seat. And release. Back into Sphinx. Take your right arm under your chest. Left arm in front. Cross over so your fingers are to the side. None of them to the front anymore. Cross over. Walk them out. Slide out your arms. So you're lying on your arms. Take your toes down. into the mat and push yourself over. Here, you can have a pillow or a block in front of you, so your forehead arrives in that. Toes into the mat, push yourself over. Put your forehead down onto a block or a pillow, maybe even straight to the floor, but it has to rest on something. Release your jaw. We're going to stay here. Relax your fingers and your arms. Two more breaths. Slowly come out of it. Find your way out. Now the left arm under and right arm above in front. Cross over both of your hands and fingers to the side. You have your arms in a cross under your chest, your boobs. Toes down into the mat and push yourself over. Two more breaths. Find your way out. Into your Savasana. Take a deep breath in, sigh out loud. inhale is when you receive. The inhale is when you fill yourself up. And the exhale is when you give. The exhale is also when you let go, when you release the grip. When you let that hand go, or let the laundry fly away in the wind. Lungs are represented by the autumn, by the fall. When the air becomes crisp and fresh and cool. And the trees and the bushes, they let go. They sigh out loud and say goodbye to their leaves and their fruits. It's a time to let go. And it's also a time to become clear. Clean and fresh inside. Say 5 minutes and enjoy your inner flow. Float. Namaste.